Okay, hello. Let's talk about one of my favorite brands, at least historically, Tag Heuer. Definitely that sort of modern and in the now brand. Always have been. I hope always will be. I think that's who they are, and they should not change that. They're not corporate wristwear. They're adventure wristwear. They're Formula One driver wristwear, cliff jumpers and mountain bikers. All those people that are living that sort of lifestyle, that fun, fast, in the moment. And that's why you see Tag Heuer doing collaborations with brands like Red Bull, because Red Bull's kind of the same philosophy, right? It's that live in the now, modern sort of fun, fast lifestyle. You see them doing big parties, you see them in the clubs. That's the kind of brand that Tag Heuer is, and I hope they never lose that. I really do, and I don't think they will, but fingers crossed. That style reflects in their watches so much. If you look at their watches, they're so unique and so, I guess, just exciting. They're exciting to look at, and it's just what the brand wants to be. They want to be that exciting lifestyle, and I think they get that very well, at least for the most part. You see their limited edition pieces here as being like Las Vegas limited edition pieces, and Tom Brady even, with I think that one being limited to 465 for not the last Super Bowl, but the previous Super Bowl, the number of yards he threw. Also Indy 500, of course, Tag Heuer being very connected with the race world, just being the brand that they are. But they don't forget their roots, and that's going to bring me to my favorite current watch, which is their limited edition piece of the Altavia, Jack Heuer, limited to 1,932 pieces for Jack Heuer's birthday, which he was born in 1932. He was the original creator of the Altavia. I think he made it back in 1962. I'm pretty sure that's when he made it. Also, you can't mention Tag Heuer without mentioning the Monaco. The Monaco is Tag Heuer, right? I mean, if you pick one watch to sum up the entire brand, it's the Tag Heuer Monaco. You got Steve McQueen, golf. It's literally the history of Tag Heuer, of being that modern, fun, fast sort of brand. And I hope they never discontinue that watch, because I think it is a fantastic watch, and I could see it being discontinued just because of what the piece is, but I hope they don't. There are a few differences between this limited edition and the re-release of the Altavia that they did before this, and that's that the dial is white with black subdials instead of the re-release that is a black dial with white subdials, so it's reversed. And also the dial is a little bit different, showing minutes instead of hours, which was on the re-release. But now time to talk about the watch that is throwing me off a little bit, and being the brand that Tag Heuer is, that sort of fun and in the moment brand, and futuristic and in the now. They have to follow that smartwatch trend, and they are. I just don't know if the value is there yet. And why I say that is because you can get the same software that's in their Modular 45 and watches that cost $300, $400. Now, in my opinion, that's like me buying a Ferrari 488, and then Ferrari's deciding to put the Chevy Volt engine in it, and then still charging me Ferrari Portofino price. Like, yes, it's an innovative motor. Yes, it's futuristic, but it's cheap. Like, does the design really make up that much money? Just the design. I think I'm definitely going to need some more convincing on that in the future and from time to come. But I don't know.
So tell me what is so great about Tag Heuer making a smartwatch, because I haven't really gotten it, just because it's more of a tech thing and not
it's a tech
like
thing.
Tag.
I mean, again, we are a young brand,
Right.
and a lot of kids don't want to wear watches.
So
it's bringing somebody into the brand who will wear tech, who wants something fashionable, something cool. So Tag Heuer, it's not a little computer. It does look like a watch.
How's the battery life on these?
25 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all, is it? So you just charge it every night before you go to bed?
Or even if you wake up in the morning and say, I forgot to charge it, put it on there in 40 minutes, you're juiced up.
Really?
It takes an hour 50 for 100%, but even if you do the 40-minute fast charge, you're good for the day.
So why go with like one of these over like an Apple Watch or something for the young crowd?
So if you are an Android phone user, Apple's not an option for you. At least if you are wearing this watch, you have Apple as an option and Android as an option.
Okay, so
there's
it's
integration into both the watches. There's not full integration as in when you wear Apple. So say in Android, everything works.
Right.
With Apple, everything comes down. You can't communicate backwards. I can see a phone call coming, I can see an email coming, but I cannot respond from the watch. There's no backward integration.
But with this you can?
No, with this you can't.
You can,
You
okay.
can. With Apple you can't do anything with Android. So,
Right.
So the other side of it is, it's just the styling and modularity. You can change parts.
I did notice that. Now, is this the Module 45,
Yep.
the new one? Okay, and what was the previous one? I know you have one more.
It's called the connected watch.
The connected watch.
This is called the Modular 45.
What has changed between the 45 and the connected?
So one thing is that it has GPS built in.
Oh, that is very nice.
So you can go for a run and leave your phone at home.
Yeah.
It has 4 gigs of memory, which is more than the previous version. I think it was 2 gigs. This one also has NFC, near field communication, so you can use Google Pay, Apple Pay. Wave your watch instead of your phone at the machine.
Right.
It is 50 meters water resistant. The other one was splash proof.
Oh, right. Like, be careful, basically. Yeah.
So you can go swimming.
That is really cool.
And
So when you're out in the rain, you won't be worried about this.
I'm not worried about it. It's looking a little beat up. I go cycling. I use an app called Strava. Where are they going? So I go to Strava, and all I do is click, go for my ride. It records everything, comes back home, syncs to my phone, gives me all the details of my ride, like elevation, speed, calories. You can change your subdials to be something more meaningful. My steps, my calories.
Right.
So then I'm not going to use a stopwatch. Right. So
makes sense.
Makes sense. So you can do a lot of different stuff with it, depending on the apps you download.
And the starting price is about $1,700. Am I correct? 16.
It would be 1550.
Okay.
With the steel bezel.
Right.
And now with the ceramic is 17.
Okay, that's where.
And then as the metals get more precious, but the case is pretty much the same. There's nothing changing there, and nor is the technology changing. You're not paying more money for more gigabytes of memory.
And
what's standard?
What's inside Intel?
Intel dual core processor chip with 512 memory.
Okay.
It's runs on Android Wear, and it has 4 gigs of memory.
Wow.
Next generation 41s are coming in February. Just for a smaller size. A lot of people are saying 48 is too big on me.
I think it looks good.
I don't mind it. Those ones will have 8 gigs available.
Oh wow! So they're stepping it up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. And you can change the dials and everything on them, right?
Yeah.
I've noticed that on some people when I've seen these in person.
For example,
you can change them.
I can go. Hang on a second. Easier without the glove. Here's another dial, and it takes the ambient of that dial.
Oh, I see. So does it ever fully time out? So like go to like a black screen?
So it never goes into black screen unless you get to 15%.
Oh, okay.
And it goes to battery saving mode. The outside of that, it also you can change the settings.
That was my one worry about
I want to
the
go
watch.
all dark and have my battery length really long.
Oh.
We always want to always have a customer feel like they have a watch on their wrist.
Right.
And not have a lump of coal.
That was my one worry about that watch. I was like, I don't want it to look just like go black. I kind of go into sleep mode after a little bit, but that's kind of nice to know that it doesn't. So that way you can always just look without having to touch it and wake it up or anything like that. So the 25-hour battery is with it being turned on, correct? Like with it showing. Okay.
Yeah, it's with it showing everything. So it's,
I love it actually. I actually like it more than I would have thought, because like I said, I've never really been into the more tech watches. Mainly, the whole reason is because tech has never gained value ever. I mean, you look at quartzes in the 70s, they were more expensive when they came out than the automatics. Yet now, you know, you can buy a quartz watch from Walmart for $2 if you wanted to. So tech has always kind of dwindled down, and it will always be changing. So for like a long-term period watch, I've always preferred an automatic.
I'm with you.
Keep it longer.
For us, it's a long-term. Wearables are here to stay. If you look at strategy, quartz may die. Why would you ever want a quartz watch?
You wouldn't. I mean,
you know, it's going to be an automatic or a wearable.
Right, absolutely.
Right. So you want something functional or something that is historical and ties back to the emotion of Swiss watch
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so to make sure that we are that brand who can do it, because we have the youthfulness in it. It doesn't make sense to come up for a Patek to come up with a smartwatch.
Right. I mean, I understand to appeal to the crowd that obviously you guys are appealing to, but it's more of like that's not something you would necessarily bring to insane like events or anything. It's more something you would wear to the office every day, get stuff done, and it's like your perfect watch to.
So the cool thing about it is the modular design. We also have a mechanical watch head.
No kidding.
So caliber 5, so you can just snap it right off.
That's right.
Put that in.
I
so
did
you're going
hear
out in the
about
evening.
that.
You don't want to wear a smartwatch, just pop this one off. So when you add the prices together, you take a 41mm day-date Carrera, which goes to 29. You add those two together, it goes to 32. For $300 more, you got 2 watches.
Wow, I did hear that, but I didn't know the details on it, and that makes that watch that much better. At first, you know, you're kind of like, well, you're gonna eventually have to sell it, but with the addition to the automatic movement, you can just put that back in once the technology's out of date. Just wear the watch. I mean, that's,
you know, for us, if we're selling luxury, we want to be connected to eternity.
Right.
How do you do that? You have to somehow bring them back into a mechanical or a quartz or whatever it is.
Right.
Something that's more longevity, because the technology lasts 2.5 years.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's it for now. Smartwatches being the future, it's obvious that more brands are going to start releasing them. Obviously, Hublot just released their own version. So it's just going to be interesting to see what's to come.